before they were talking about how they wanted breaks, they wanted cheat days, they wanted cheat meals. They couldn't do it without the sugar. They just needed a little bit of extra. But that's not the case coming up because Thanksgiving's coming up in December. Christmas is coming up.
Exactly. But if you actually want to lose the weight, you have to make some sacrifices.
Of course, you have to make some sacrifices, and that's the whole point. Because what is it? One year of no Thanksgiving and 1 year of no Christmas. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's all you need. Because once you get past Thanksgiving and Christmas, now you met your dream physique. You met your dream. You keep going because then by the time the next Christmas rolls around, you're gonna look 10 times different than you did before.
And you can afford the cheat
Exactly.
meal.
You will be able to afford the cheat meal.
That's the whole point. And then on top of that, we also changed up their workout schedule because they were more focused on strength building. And now we're just now you put it into more cardio based.
Yeah, I know. Because I had because if you actually want to lose the weight, strength training is not enough. Strength training is gonna build the muscle, yes, but to actually get rid of the fat, you need to tap into that fat, which is why I like to put a lot of the cardio towards the end, or I like to warm up the body with some walking in the beginning or for the farmer's walks.
And that's not bad because you already added it in. Specifically because of the kettlebells and the fact that they also bought kettlebells on their own. Now they can afford 5 times a week. But once again, you cannot be lazy because in the beginning, what do? I don't have workout equipment. I don't have anything at home, so I can only afford 2 days out the week, right? Now they let us invest in some kettlebells, let us invest in some equipment. Now they can afford 5 days a week, so now the fat loss process speeds up.
If you before we're starting off, you could have the option to do 2 days a week, 3 days out of the week. But once you start getting to a certain point in your fitness journey, there comes a point in time where what you did before is no longer going to work. You have to change it up. You have, at some point in time, whether it's for a month, whether it's for 2 months, whether you go all in for 3 months, whether you go all in for a specific amount of time, the time for you to actually go intense, like to actually do an intense workout, it has to come. There's no way around it. You could probably half-ass it for like the first 2 months, or you could probably do something, but you're not going to get the results that you want if you do not put in the work, whether that's intensity, whether that's, but in order to actually lose the fat, you need to move. You cannot just do a day or two and then just think
That's exactly.
Of course, if you do a day or two, that's better than not moving at all. But at the end of the day, you need to actually,
and that's why
you need to move your ass.
That's why we added in another 4 days of moving. Whether that's something as simple as the kettlebell at home or, walking. That's always there, whether or not.
No, but walking actually does get you far because if you walk after like let's say you walk after every meal, you're increasing blood flow.
It also aids digestion.
Exactly, that's what I'm getting to. You're increasing the blood flow to the area to where you're digesting the food, and it helps with your metabolism. It helps it helps protect against, not protect, but it limits the bloating. I mean, if you eat like shit, you're gonna bloat regardless. There's no getting out of it. You cannot get out of a bad diet. You cannot out-train a bad diet doing anything. Whether you're walking, training, it's not gonna happen. That's why.
That doesn't mean eat whatever you want, eat junk and then walk it up. People love that.
So the point is though, if you actually want to reach your goals and you have a certain physique in mind, and you're not gonna get anywhere if you just do once a week, or if you go all in for 1 week and then skip the next week, and then all in the next week and then skip the next week, and then you just randomly decide to go all the whole month, but then you don't touch it for another 3 months, and then you, in the back of your mind, your ego is at play right now, because your ego is telling yourself yeah, I did the workout for the week, I did the workout for the month. So when you think of, was I working out, your ego's like, hell yeah, you did that shit for a whole month. You're good. You're not good, because what happened to exactly what happened to month 2, what happened to month 3, what happened to month 4? You're not going to get the results that you want if you're half-assing it. And everyone else can see you here's the thing, everyone else can see you in the gym for, like, let's say you're in the gym for the whole month. Everyone can see you in the gym for the whole month, and in their eyes, you're there every day because they're not paying attention. They see you, but in the back of their mind, they're like, okay, he's here every day, right? He's here every day. In your eyes, though, in your little, castle on the hill, you know that you have only been to the gym for a month straight. You know that you have either skipped workouts before in the past, you know that you have not done what you needed to do in the past. So to everyone else, it seems like you're doing good. But you yourself know. You know where you messed up. You know why you messed up. You know how you messed up. So you're the only one that can actually take responsibility for your actions. So if you're not where you want to be in terms of your body goals, don't blame anything else but yourself, because you are the one responsible. Which is why if you want to do anything in this world, it all starts with the body. If you cannot control your body, say it again, if you cannot control your own motherfucking body, you cannot control anything else. If you want to control your thoughts, if you want to control your own mind, that all starts with the control of the body. Because when you get up and you say, I want to work out, and your body's like, fuck no, I don't want to work out, and you still work out, you're telling your body you're in control now, not anyone else.